Hi everyone, it's Rax. A couple of months ago, I played the brand new Torchlight game. I think it was in alpha, one of the earlier versions. And this Torchlight game is coming out at the end of this year. It's releasing on PC and on mobile and on console at the same time. And wanted to show you guys the closed beta just started. And if you guys would like to play it, there'll be links down below for either iOS or Android. The beta right now is just on mobile, but it will be releasing on every platform when it comes out. And one of the beautiful things about this game is it's free to play. You can get it for free, and it is not pay to win. Yes, that's right. It's free to play, and it is not pay to win. The only thing they will sell in this game are cosmetics and pets and skins. So, if you want to dominate a game just by investing time into it, this is the one. And Torchlight 2, way back in the day, was just one of my favorite games. It's an ARPG like Diablo. It's like a cartoony Diablo. Torchlight 2 played very well. It was just a super, super popular game. Maybe a lot of you have played it. Maybe a lot of you haven't. Recently, Torchlight 3 came out, and the reception of that wasn't very good. This is a completely different set of developers that are making the sequel to Torchlight 2. So this has no connection to Torchlight 3. So if you didn't really like that game, well, first of all, I don't really blame you. And this is different. So yeah, let me take you through and just show you a little bit of gameplay and tell you how my experience was. So the last time that I played this, I played a ranged class, and it felt very good. Everything felt very responsive. But I thought this time I'd change it up and try melee, and I gotta tell you, I just felt so powerful. I felt so powerful all the time. This is maybe 40 minutes into me starting a brand new character. I can already leap everywhere and smash everything. I have a huge ice attack. And the thing that probably impresses me the most about this game is the responsiveness to the controls. I feel like I have complete control over my character, which is not something that I can say for, honestly, most games that I play. Most games that I play, you'll occasionally have that moment where you're like, that is not the input that I gave, and yet my character did some bizarre thing, right? They run the wrong way, they step into the thing. I mean, it can't possibly be our faults, right? We're God gamers, so there's no way we actually made a mistake. No, but seriously though, in this game, I felt like every movement that I was making was, first of all, done in the game and done immediately. And that is just such a good feeling. That's about all you can ask for. Again, you'll see the environment is very cartoony. This is very much Torchlight's style. I'll be honest with you, I really like it. And I could see why some people wouldn't. All right, so if you don't like cartoony games, like if you don't like Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that, some people said this kind of looked like Overwatch. I get that as well. If you don't like that, well, I understand. But I promise you, don't let like the cartoony image of it impact your opinion of it. It is a very cool ARPG, with a way more depth than you might expect. Here we go versus a boss. Let's see how this goes. Some of the bosses had some one-shot mechanics that just started killing me instantly, so I actually had to learn how to fight them and actually play well. But as you can see against this boss, my Berserker here is just smashing here. And you might be wondering, well, how do you recover your health? My bottom left thing is a potion, and it recovers very quickly, and you can just press it every time that it's up. But sometimes the bosses just deal so much damage, it just overwhelms you. And what I've heard from people who have played this game a lot, people who enjoy like the alpha and the beta so far, that as you get farther, it does get very difficult. As you see right here, you unlock certain skills, and you get to choose one. I'm not going to spend a ton of time reading it. Let's just pick one and try it. Let's just have some fun. But there's probably like a whole meta around it on exactly what you should do. And there's different ways that you can purchase new skills. Again, not like microtransaction, but within the game. So yeah, I was, from this very short playthrough, I was actually very, very impressed with this game. I actually think this game is going to do very well on launch. Another thing that I really like about this game that is not true for a lot of other games is how intuitive it is. I hate it when games try to like reinvent some of the most basic functions that should just operate how you think they should. For example, checking your items and which one is better or worse is very easy. You can see that one just says it just gives you this much damage and you lose this much survival. And that's very much how I felt, because I was just stacking damage, damage, damage. I was like, surviving, who needs that? And then after I did that for about 30 straight minutes, the bosses started one-shotting me. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I deserved it. But the menuing, you know, going into your bags and looking at your items and equipping them and salvaging them, and the salvage all button that they have, and the auto loot thing that wasn't working for me, but apparently someone told me you get far enough and then it works. You turn on beat chapter 1, you get a pet, and then the pet does it or something. I just guess I just didn't get that far. It felt very natural. Putting in your talent points, upgrading your skills, adding, I don't know what they call them. I always call them runes. Adding the runes to the skills or the special affixes was all very easy, and that made my experience very enjoyable. And there's one more thing about it. It's not just that it was easy to do; it's that it was quick to do. I didn't, you know, I can open my bags now, quickly look at my gear and salvage it all and be back to killing monsters in seconds, in like 10 seconds. Don't have to go to town to salvage or any of that nonsense. So this game is doing really a lot of things right. And you know, I think they have a lot of things planned for this game. I think they're already releasing new classes and a ton of different end game systems. I know that in Torchlight 2 there was that end game map system. In fact, it might have been one of the first ARPGs that ever had a map system. I know PoE is the big one that does that now, but I assume they're going to do something similar to that. As you can see here, I tried the dual-wielding weapons for one moment, and I realized I just did way more damage with my two-hander, so I just throw it away and I go back to my two-hander. But I'm expecting them to have a lot of cool endgame systems that we can actually play. The Torchlight team has actually already made a lot of changes coming from the first alpha. They already added a brand new character, Commander Moto. He does like a bunch of mechanical stuff. Not what I'm playing here. I'm playing Berserker. But they already added a new class, so I think it's safe to assume that there might be even more classes in the future. They added Dark Surge Invasion. It's like the seasonal challenge where you face these huge monsters and it gives you huge rewards. Then they have another thing called Path of the Brave, which is where you go into a big tower, and every five floors you get a ton of additional rewards. Kind of reminds me of the tower in Lost Ark, which is actually one of my favorite game modes in there. I wish they had one for T3. And also they have even another thing. There's a Netherrealm with a totally new difficulty, and then you fight even tougher enemies for even bigger rewards. So I'm expecting the end game, when it's all said and done and released, to be a lot of stuff that we can actually do, and I don't know, should be a lot of fun with a lot of content constantly coming out for this game. So it's something that I'm looking very much forward to. So yeah, as you can see, I'm having no problem early game. I feel like this Berserker, I mean, I don't know enough about this. I'm not a pro at this game. Oh, legendary. Give me that. I think this is a moment where I get one-shotted. Let's see here. Yeah, so I got 2 elites on me. They're putting like this slow debuff on me, and boom, you have been defeated. There I go. Well, I guess I deserve it. I guess just for face tanking 2 elites and doing nothing, they will actually kill you. But I finally got my chest piece, and then I actually took a look at it. I was so excited to finally get my first legendary. I went to go identify it, and I think I wasn't even a high enough level to wear it. I needed 1 more level. Let's see here. So we identify it. Okay, looking at the other stuff. 7% survival for 1% damage loss seems worth. Okay, come on. Let's get to the legendary here. Boom. Requires level 11, so it doesn't even tell me how the stats compare. But yeah, first legendary. I think we can just safely assume that's probably the best legendary in the game. Got it right from the start. Anyway, guys, this is Torchlight. Really fun game, really cool. sequel to Torchlight 2, I'm all in. So I very well may be playing this on launch. We'll have to see. It's supposed to launch this year. Again, on PC, free to play, no pay to win. I'm in. Later.